Great Monday morning, you all. How are you all doing? Happy Monday. This is your girl, Shan. Now, y'all know I'm always kind of energetic or whatnot on a Monday morning. I just want to be encouraging. I hope and pray that you all woke up in an amazing mood, amazing mindset, and amazing attitude, okay? So, I got to do my good old church announcements as I get started. Join us tonight for Marriage Mondays with the Kings. We are continuing on with the Generational Curse series. And so tonight we are going to be speaking about generational pride. Now I know a lot of y'all may be thinking, okay, y'all sure been doing a lot of little subtopics or whatever with this generational curse series. Yes, it's been going since about January or whatever the case. However, these subtopics was provided from individuals who support Marriage Mondays with Kings. Good morning, love. So that's what it is with the subtopics. But generational pride. I know some of y'all may be thinking, wait a minute. I thought pride was a good thing, to be proud in your generation, whatever. Or is it? Is it a good thing when you and your spouse is going through, and y'all know me, I ain't trying to call nobody out, but ladies, you trying to get your husband to go to marital counseling because y'all going through some things and he won't because his pride won't let him. So join us tonight, Marriage Mondays with the Kings at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN 98.5 FM The Rock. Locals around the Fort Hood area, KRGN 98.5 FM, okay? 98.5 FM. Outside the listening area, go to our website, marriagemondayswiththekings.com. Click on the Listen Here tab. Now, let me say this before I get started with today. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. Baby, listen, it happens every time when God allows me, because I do always pray and I say, God, just speak through me, okay? And I know last week was kind of rough for some of y'all. Some of y'all, especially the church folks, probably got mad at your girl. But when individuals come to me and they're like, oh, girl, when you said, oh, girl, like literally, I have to go back and watch it myself because I don't know what I said, I just pray. I say, God, speak through me. Let it minister to whoever need to minister to, and then I keep it pushing. So I had to go back and I said, ooh. I was like, oh, okay, that was funny. You know what I'm saying? And so I tend to sometimes watch it as if it is not me. I'll be like, girl, that's a good point. And girl, you know that she right. Anyway, so let me get into it. Last week's show that we were talking about on Marriage Mondays with the Kings is control. Okay? Control. That is a generational theme 9 times out of 10. You would kind of break it down so I can give preference to today's topic, which is bouncing off of last week. I'm just going to keep it all the way real because, we try to keep it cute and classy for radio, but your girl gets to keep it real on here. That's what I do. So anywho, control. Some may say, well, Shan, I don't really think that that's a generational curse or whatever the case may be. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. We all got freedom, think whatever the case may be. However, that's what we talked about last week. So that's what your girl gonna speak about on this morning. But I'm gonna say the things this morning that, I didn't say last week because we was trying to keep it cute and classy. So today, I'm going to be talking about control, and I don't mean Janet Jackson, okay? I'm going to be telling some of the little secrets. Good morning, honey. I'm going to be telling some of the little, things that women do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be talking about some of the things that men do. Hey, sunshine, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, okay? So y'all go ahead and just, it's what it is. If God allows me to, I want to speak from inside your home control. I want to speak from on that job control. I want to speak from in that church control, okay? Yeah, and it all happened. So with control, let me start off by saying this. There is nowhere in the Bible, okay, that I know of, and I ain't gonna say I know every scripture, but y'all help your girl out. If you know where God said this in the Bible that we supposed to do this, go ahead and drop them scriptures. If one come up in your spirit, even if it comes later, hit me back, because I will go and look it up. But nowhere that I see in the Bible does it say that we as a people are supposed to control the other one, okay? Sometimes I think people get it misconstrued, all right? Sometimes people take them good old scriptures. We know people been doing it for years, and they just try to manipulate the scripture to support their theory. That's what I'm going to say. So when we talking about good old control, And me not seeing it in the scriptures, I think about this. Even God gives us choice. God don't tell us we got to serve him. Now, for y'all who don't believe in God, okay, y'all keep it pushing, whatever. This ain't for you. Go ahead and log off. Oh, I don't believe in God. I believe in whatever you believe, child, go on. Ain't nobody got time for this today. This for the people who believe in God up there. Okay, the high God, okay, with the big G. So, anywho, I ain't seen nowhere in God's word that it say, good morning, honey, about control. That women, you supposed to control your husbands, or husband, you supposed to control your wife. See, that ain't what it say. That ain't what I seen. Now, let me tell you what does happen, though. 9 times out of 10, when it comes to control, it's generally the man that's controlling. I said 9 times out of 10. Now, females, I got something for us, too. 9 times out of 10, when it's a female, usually, honey, you being manipulative. Okay? You manipulating, all right? Baby, I'm going to keep it real so y'all clutch your pearls on this morning. But going back to control, what does that look like, Shan? I want to holler at my singles. I want to holler at some of y'all who married you in a controlling situation, you know? But hey, sad to say, you know, you got some people who love to be controlled. So if that's your judge, then you make it do what it do, but you know. That feel kind of slavish to me. Shan ain't no, No, I ain't your slave. I said, and see, you got some singles to be like, see, that's why I ain't get married, because I ain't trying to have no man. It's usually women that say that. I ain't trying to have no man control me. Baby, let's keep it real, sis. You probably can't get a man. Sorry. Anyway, let's just keep it real. So, I know that was shady, but I'm just being honest. So, going back to control, generally how it works with a man. And I want y'all to think about something. And I want y'all to drop some nuggets if y'all have heard it as well. However, generally how it works with a man is he'll study you. And he'll see what you like. And this is kind of this is Shan's mindset. I ain't saying nobody got to do this. But me, and yes, I was raised to be an independent black woman. You know, I was. Most of us was, especially, you know, we got black mamas or whatnot. But when it comes to control, I wasn't raised about that. Because guess what? Anything that I can buy myself and do for myself, man, that's why Mr. King had a time. I don't suggest that. I was kind of mean in the beginning, but that's why he had some time, because I didn't know what love was. So you wasn't going to try to trick me. So what'll happen is sometimes when a man will observe you, it can be a good thing. It can be a good and a bad thing. But if that joker's controlling, see, what you don't understand, it look cute in the beginning. Girl, yeah, girl, he know I like these gifts, honey. He bought me a Louis Vuitton. Oh, really? Oh, he got long money. Oh, y'all know how y'all be talking to your girlfriends, right? Oh, he got long money. Oh, okay. And then next thing you know, your good girlfriend that you've been knowing for 10, 15, 20 since high school, elementary school, whatever years, she ain't around no more. Why? Because he slowly starts to separate. Let's see what control look. The person that he's with, you, sis, from everybody that you love. Your family, your friends, your support system. So that way, you will only rely on him for support, okay? There are some men who like to control their women with money. That's probably why the ladies back in the day used to say, squirrel away your coins. Now, me personally, again, y'all know I don't personally believe in that. Because, baby, I ain't got to squirrel away nothing. I can go and make my own coin, okay? Thank you, somebody. I can go and make my own coin. So I ain't trying to intimidate nobody. I'm just keeping it all the way real. So I ain't got to be putting $10 a paycheck, $20 a paycheck away in the secret account. She ain't grown enough to get up and go make my own money. I ain't got to take nothing from, you know, my husband, or hide nothing from I mean, the kings don't get down like that. But hey, whatever you do and what work for you, okay? If you like it, I love it, like my homegirls say. Now, going back to that control. So what he'll do is, because he's observed you in the beginning and he know what you like, and you like all these, for example, material things. It could be whatever you like. Then when he act a fool with you, or like we say in the country, he act ignorant, like he ain't got no good sense, then what he'll turn around and do is he go act a whole fool with you. He embarrass you in front of your family, embarrass you in front of your friends, embarrass you in front of your church members. And when you like, you know what, I'm not going to take this, I'm leaving, I'm out. Then here you go with a nice little Birkin bag. Or here you go with some nice little $2,000, $3,000 shoes or whatever. Tell me, baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I love you. Whatever the case may be, this joker may get physical. And this is the thing that I've learned. Okay? And if you're in this situation and you want to get out of this situation, I would suggest Start with counseling. Go to therapy, because there's some information, and I don't want to scare anybody on this morning, but there is some information statistically of things that happen when an individual is being controlled and has been controlled for a long time. Because if he is controlling you, and I got something for, I ain't trying to just jump on the men. Y'all know I'm gonna switch gears here in a minute. But if he is controlling you, sis, what ends up happening is the longer that you are under his control, he no longer look at you as a person, but start looking at you as a possession. And if his possession tries to leave him, it could be very dangerous. So there are some ways and some steps and some things that you would have to set up. I'm not getting into counseling on this morning, but there are some things that need to be done. So that way, if you are really trying to leave and you sick and tired of being sick and tired, you can be out, okay? Now, let me switch over to the females. Lord, I was thinking about something this morning. I hope y'all ain't eating breakfast, because I'm about to say something. So, prepare your minds and your hearts and stuff. Manipulative women. Manipulative women. I have seen it all too well, okay? I'm going to tell you something, that this is an old trick, okay? And it made me think about some women in the Bible. A couple women came to my mind in the Bible. But this right here, baby, sir, brother, bro, whatever the case may be, this is what I need you to watch out for. If it's a woman, and y'all just say ouch, don't try to come at your girl, but if it's a woman that you interested with, she might look like a baddie, baby. She's shaped like a Coke bottle and all those things. And guess how she would try to manipulate and get you? Because one of the things is that women have been taught back in the day is the way to get to a man's heart is what? Through his stomach. That's what they say. So she can cook. What? She could throw that in that kitchen. She ain't making stuff out the box. She making it from scratch. Then she gonna have your nose wide open, okay? And then that good old horizontal tango. Y'all fill in the blank. Baby, she got your head kaboom, gone. You don't even know how to roll because your nose is so wide open. You doing everything that she wants. Now, let me tell you another little manipulative trick that women had done for years. This is an old trick. When you set up her and you get pregnant by a man on purpose. Okay, I ain't talking about the ones where he ain't ready to have the whole kid. But y'all got some of them homegirls back in the day that's what they used to do. They go ahead and they would trap a man by getting pregnant by him on purpose. Because you gonna stay with me, okay? And then they try to control him using his child. Now, some of these individuals, now let me just think about a couple of Bible scriptures, ladies in the Bible that came to my mind. You had good old Delilah. Baby, she had Simpson wrapped all around. Look, don't sleep on the Bible. Y'all like this reality TV, baby. I'm here to tell you the Bible. I'm like, ooh, that chick was ratchet. Baby, she had Simpson because that's what she was sent to do, was manipulate him and trap him, okay? Then I think about the good old Jezebel spirit, all right? That's what comes to mind when it comes to manipulation. So my thing is this, men, that I'm going to ask you. Now, I'm not saying all women that can cook, because, baby, I can cook. I ain't saying all women, horizontal tango. I ain't going to be telling all my business up on her. But what I'm saying is she a woman, if you looking to make her your wife, a woman of substance? Is she a woman that you could build with? You know what I'm saying? Is she a woman that if you have a little girl with her, that she could be the model example for your daughter? Okay, if you have a little boy with her and you start a family with her, is she the type of woman that you would want? Is she modeling the type of woman that you would want your son to marry? These something to think about on this morning. Manipulation and control. Manipulation and control. So I sit back and I said, you know what? Why is it, especially when I think about people manipulating and control, what are some things that maybe in their past is associated with this? Rejection. I mean, we've all been rejected to some point. Manipulation. I mean, not manipulation. Rejection, abandonment. Abandonment is a big one. And I ain't saying this is always the case, but I just want us to think a little deep as to why a person may be. Did daddy leave him? Was daddy not in his life? Was mama not in her life? Did mama drop him off for grandmama to raise? Or whatever the case may be. When it come to her, is it the same thing? Mama not in the life, daddy not in the life. These are some of the things, especially if you're single, I want you to think about. Now, yes, we all have our own individual things or whatever the case may be. But if you're going to be with somebody, don't just be with somebody on the surface and then you get mad after you get married and you get to know them and they not lining up to be the person that you thought that they was going to be. See, nobody want to hear that truth on this morning. So that's inside the house. Boom. Let's talk about that's inside. Now let's get to this good old job. Let's talk about these jobs. Some of these jobs control you. We allow ourselves to be controlled by this job. I remember I was talking to one of my family members. And she said, baby, I don't do no overtime. Now, you know, some people, they might need the overtime, whatever. You got to kind of be careful so you don't go to the next tax bracket with that. Anyway, that ain't what I came on here for. However, she said, when I signed up with HR, human resources, what I was going to be doing on that job, I said I was going to be working 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday with 2 15-minute breaks and an hour lunch. But see, what they try to do on the job when it comes to control you is they try to pull the strings. Now, let me share something with y'all that I always used to share with my staff when I was in leadership, in supervision, or as a supervisor, is no matter how bad you need that job, you don't ever let it be known how bad you need your job. Because I'm telling you what some toxic leadership does. They will sit up here and they will work you like a dog while this person over here ain't really working like that because they know that you need that job. Don't you ever, okay, that's control. It's control and manipulate. Don't you ever. You hear me? I always let it be known. Hey, I don't mind coming to work. I don't mind doing the job that you paying for me to do. I shared with y'all before. I had a supervisor, baby. I had my evaluations in on time. I had them in 3 weeks early. I had already did my end of the year evaluation on my staff. All I had to do was go take it to the main location, turn it in to HR. I was told, no, don't turn yours in first, because if you turn yours in, it's going to make us look bad because the rest of ours ain't got us done. Can you stay? This was on a Friday. I done told y'all, can you stay and help us do the rest of these evaluations? Oh, no, ma'am. That's what I said. No, ma'am. I came over here to drop these off. Well, you really not going to stay and help us? Because, see, this is when they try to manipulate you and tell you you're not a team player. Oh, no, ma'am, I'm not. I said this is a Friday. And every Friday, Kenya and Chantrell King goes out on date night. Well, can't you just call your husband and tell him that maybe y'all can't go tonight? There is no reason for me to, because I've already did what I need to do. I've done my part. So I kindly dropped off those evaluations. I said, plus my husband's on his way to get me right now. Here's your evaluations. And I was out. Then it was going around that I wasn't being a team player. Call it what you want to. You wasn't doing what you needed to do. So be careful with these jobs, because, baby, they will control the daylights out of you. And then you'll sit up here and get, well, I'm just trying to make it to retirement. I'm just trying to make it 5 more years. You sitting up here. I knew a lady that I work with. I almost called her by her name. She probably went on to glory by now. Baby, she about 89 years old, walking around on a, dragging a, oxygen tank, dragging an oxygen tank. And I said up here, I said, why are you still working? She motivated me to do what I needed to do. You see what I'm saying? Now let me go ahead and talk about the church real quick. Let's talk about controlling the church, and I'm gonna give y'all a good old example. I was thinking about this morning. I said, Lord, me and my husband have been through a lot, but I see it is to help others. You see what I'm saying? Because when you've been through a test, it becomes your testimony. So let's talk about the church real quick. Clutch your pearls. Now, some of these people in the church, my fellow church members, you get carried away about your little title that you got. Okay, you done got elevated. You know, God done elevated you. That could be the case. And you done got ignorant. You done forgot what you supposed to be doing in this title, in this position. You know what I'm saying? Or you done allow man to elevate you. And so for some of y'all, well, she don't know what she talking about, baby. We said all the time, we done did everything from cleaning the toilets to being assistant pastor. Trust and believe when I tell you, we know, because we've put in the work, okay? So we ain't just bashing the church. We not new to this. We true to this. Tracking, okay? You got it? So with that being said, you didn't allow man to elevate you. And sometimes they'll do it, man, not God. But man will do it because they want to control you. Because I gave you that title, I could take that title away. What? Is that how God operates, man or woman of God? Come on. Don't nobody want to talk about that on this morning. They want to control you. Let me tell y'all a good old example. I don't know if I ever shared this with y'all. But this is me and my husband. I think I did. But let me see. So, in this particular church, there was a family that they were new to the area. They didn't have a ride. You know, we had all these kids, so we had a nice size SUV. My husband told me, we told him, hey, we will pick you up and drop you off for church. We'll make it happen. Even though we all couldn't fit in the SUV, because, you know, we had our clan and they had their clan. So my husband, he would go, he picked them up early or whatever the case may be. He took them, you know, to the church, came back and got us. We came to the church, and then after church, what we would do is my husband, listen to what I'm saying. My husband said, baby, you go ahead and leave church early. You go drop them off. I'm going to go ahead and stay back. I help close up the church and all this kind of stuff like that, lock it up, you know, clean up a little bit, because we did our deep cleaning at the church during the week. He said, and then you come back and get me, and then we can go ahead and go to the house. I said, okay, baby. I said, I do that. So I did just what my husband told me to do, right? So after we didn't lock down the church, we didn't went home, we didn't had Sunday dinner. Me and my husband was talking after Sunday dinner, and he said, baby, I said, what? He said, now I ain't bashing nobody, but I'm just keeping it real, because I need some of the leadership in the church. You got to know your role, okay? Especially if God elevated you to that position, because you could do more damage in people's households than good, all right? And if I'm not mistaken, when I was a leader in the church, actually working in those offices, the whole thing was to do good by people, not trying to control for your own personal gain, howsoever. My husband said, you know, Pastor kind of went off on me. Now, first of all, y'all already know that don't sit too well with Shan. Ain't nobody. I don't give a John Brown if your name was Moses. You're not going off on King. We gonna have an issue, okay? Not that one. You better talk to him like you got some sense, all right? Because he ain't gonna let nobody disrespect. Oh, don't let me go there, Jesus. Stay here with the Lord, okay? So, anywho, I said, what happened? Because at this time, my blood pressure starting to go up a little bit. He said, she asked where you was, and I told her that you went to go drop off the family, okay? I said, okay. And she went off on me talking about, you do not tell my evangelist what to do. You do not give her the authorization to leave. You do not. Okay, first of all, you talking to a whole grown man that's serving in the United States Army. She said what? Like that. See, now you done activated my inner hood, and I be trying to keep that chick to the back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. She tap in every now and then. I said, what? Control, the spirit of control. In the long run, what we found out is that the individual, I hate to say it like this, was jealous of me and my husband's marriage and how we worked together because they was having issues in their own home, okay? That's just what it is. So y'all need to, I want y'all this week to, you ain't got to say nothing, just evaluate. Because I'm sure God has been trying to tell you some things about what you need to do, move, separate from this, whatever the case may be, and we ain't listening. All right? Sometimes we don't listen, and we even try to say it's the devil. But I need you to go before the Lord. Because guess what? We allow ourselves to be controlled, and then we get mad. We sit up and get mad at the person. We can't get mad at nobody but ourselves. Just say ouch. Just say ouch. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? In a marriage, in a relationship, there should be love. There should be support. I do think now if it come down to the person that you with, women, sisters, he telling you, now it's a difference. Let me share this. It is a difference. If he's telling you, I don't like when you wear those color underwear, I want you to wear these type of shoes, and he got you walking around like Handmaid's Tale, baby, you may be in a controlling situation, okay? So I need us to recognize when we are being controlled, because that is not of God. I don't care what the situation is. If you are an individual that is controlling and you are listening to me on this morning, if you done clicked off and came back in or whatever the case may be, ask yourself why you so controlling. Who abandoned you? Who left you? Who was controlling over you? That's why we were talking about control and generational curses, because 9 times out of 10, if you are with somebody who's controlling, just sit back and observe. Wait a minute, where is this birth from? That's the question I always ask myself. Where is this birth from? Where is this rooted from? Oh, wait a minute. So he controlling. Oh, his mama control him, because some of y'all would have do that. Let me talk to my mama so we can make a decision. What you mean talk to your mama? You a whole grown man. And then, oh, so she was controlled by her daddy. You could see a whole pattern going back and forth through the generations. This is why I believe Bishop T.D. Jakes said that it's important before you say I do. I believe was the series that he had. Before you say I do, that you be around him and his people, or sir, you be around her and her people and see their dynamic and they makeup to see if you want to judge with that. Because this is what I'm telling you. If you have individuals who have strong families, they have strong mindsets, you know what I'm saying? They are under the will of God, whatever the case may be, baby, they gonna tell their loved one straight up, baby, you being manipulated. Baby, you being used. Baby, that person don't mean you no good. That's what the old women used to say. And you know the word of God say the older women should teach the younger. But see, what you would do is you'll sit up and get mad at the person who telling you the truth. And then when it comes to pass that this person is controlling, abusive, manipulative, and whatever the case may be, then you trying to make it work because they told me not to get into this relationship or this marriage. Now, I had some people who told me not to marry my husband or whatever. It was actually one person. And I think he was trying to do it from a fatherly perspective because my husband had just got a divorce or whatever the case may be. He wasn't divorced the whole year before we said I do. She ain't gonna keep it real. He wasn't. But we've been married coming up on 24 years at the end of this year. So I understood his concern, but I still saw God and prayed. And God released me to go ahead and marry my husband. You see what I'm saying? Even though I didn't know what I was doing. So you got some people that do it out of concern. You got some people that do it out of control. So ask yourself, it is time for us to open up our eyes. You can no longer blame marriage for being a bad thing if you allowed yourself to get in a bad situation. If you did not seek God. If you allowed yourself to be manipulated. I'm going to say this one thing. It's kind of funny, and this is what I say. So if you eating your breakfast right now, you know, and stuff kind of goring you out, just kind of pause real quick. You might not want the rest of that breakfast. But I was thinking about, I heard me and my husband was going out of town or something. And they were talking about on the radio about the artist Drake. I don't know nothing about all them. But anyway, some artist named Drake. And so basically it was a young lady who was suing Drake because the young lady had sex with Drake. And Drake went and put some hot sauce or something in the condom because he wasn't trying to get caught up. Now, I busted out laughing, but I said, you know what? That's kind of smart. But the woman ended up doing exactly probably what he thought that she was going to do. And this is what she did. She went and fished it out the trash. And then, you know, she tried to do the rest. She ended up getting burnt. Okay? Y'all go ahead and plug that together. I don't want to be too graphic. She ended up hurting herself where the sun don't shine. And then she tried to sue Drake for it. So, men, I need you to be careful. I need you to make sure that she's the one that you can build with. One of the things, and I'm not trying to brag on myself, like I say, my husband's a good provider. I pray for every woman out there. You are a good woman. You are a woman who are desiring companionship and marriage, that God bless you with whoever he created for you to have, okay? That used to be my prayer. God bless me when I was single. A single mom. God bless me with who you want me to have. I wasn't trying to trap a man to take care of my son. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to manipulate a man or whatever. I don't even think Kenya knew that I could cook for probably about 5 months after we was dating. And he just asked me. That was one of his requirements, though. I need to, you know, and he come from the King family. All them females can throw down. You hear me? So with that being said, but what my husband do know about me, and he takes good care of us. He takes good care of us. Me and him work together. We build together. People call us a quote unquote power couple. I still don't know what that definition mean or whatever. However, Mr. King, no, if God forbid, and this is how I want you to think, men. This is how I want you to think, sisters. God forbid something happened to your spouse where they couldn't work no more or they couldn't provide or whatever anymore. Do you have what it takes in you to carry on the family? Not that you're going to get mad. Well, I'm just used to you buying me this and buying me that every month. Mr. King, no. God forbid something happened to that man. It ain't nothing for me to go get a job. I got good work history. Which degree do you need? Oh, okay. What you say you need? What type of experience? Boom. And your girl can pick it up and I'm going ahead and do what I need to do. That's called a help meet. Okay? Because I'm helping my husband meet goals. But see, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to substance. Women, can you pick up the mantle and do what need to be done to provide for your family if something happened to him? On the flip side, men, brothers, can this female hold you down and your family You know what I'm saying? Because see, that's what a good Proverb 31 woman do. Men, I encourage you, females too, go read it in the Message Bible though. That'll keep it, that'll keep it real. KJV. If you ain't on that Romeo and Juliet, you probably can't get with that KJV. I mean, start reading it in there. That's how I was taught, and then come over to the Message. But that Message, is she that type of female? Can she make $1 out of 15 cents? Okay. That's what I mean, that somebody with some good content. Because, baby, let me tell you something where y'all men mess up. Yeah, she cute. Yeah, she got a Coke bottle. Yeah, she good about that horizontal tango. Yeah, she can cook meals from scratch. But, baby, if something went down with the one of y'all, can she pick up the mantle and do what needs to be done? See, there's not a lot of women who can cook these days. They can't even cook from a box. They talking about, well, because if you ask, no, well, how we going to feed our kids if you can't cook? And especially if he can't cook, thank God my husband can cook. Thank you for my mother-in-law. Or whatever. Well, we can order out on Uber Eats. So your blood pressure, you going to have high cholesterol, your whole family, and y'all going to have the sugars. Y'all going to have the diabetes all because she can't cook. All because you can't cook. Sometimes the men cook in the house and the woman don't cook. However role y'all play with y'all. But what I'm saying is, can y'all build together? Can y'all grind together? If something happened, because see, let me tell you about these women, men. I'm going to be real with y'all. Sorry, sisters. But let me tell y'all about these women. A lot of these women is just in this thing for personal gain. What they can get out of it. Okay? That's just what it is. And as soon as you stop providing whatever, they'll hop on to the next, baby. Because I fell out of love with him. No, you wasn't in love. You was in lust with what he can provide. You was in lust with this. And me and y'all do the same doggone thing. Go and get y'all some counseling. Go, if y'all ain't got nothing out of this video, go and get y'all some help, okay? Even if you sit up here trying to make a decision of whether or not you want to marry this man, both of y'all need to go get up and counsel him. Because I'm telling you, if you do it on the beginning, you won't have to deal with a lot of the things that me and Mr. King did when we didn't deal with a lot of stuff in our marriage. But we dealt with some things, baby, I wish that we would have had counseling in the beginning. Don't be running from counseling. If that joker say, well, I don't do that counseling stuff, that might be a red flag. What you got to hide? What you got to hide? Because, baby, we ain't in it to break y'all up as therapists. But we want to make sure that y'all have the tools and the healthy steps that you need in order to have a successful marriage, good communication patterns, and things like that. So, I brought this up because I'm sick and tired of people trying to blame everything on marriage. Marriage is a good thing. It is an awesome thing, especially when you have an amazing person to build with. But see, some of y'all are stuck. Because somebody told y'all not to get married, you got married anyway. Some told y'all, she a manipulator, young cat. You don't want her. Look at her patterns. Now, people can change, but I'm just saying, and you did it anyway. She done trapped you with a whole baby, and you're miserable, suffering in silence in your marriage. All because you a hard head make a soft behind. That's what the country folks used to say. Same thing with you, sis. You sitting up here, he controlling the daylights out of you, but you think, oh, he loved me. No, baby, he's controlling you, okay? Yeah, he just bought you a brand new car. Control, okay? Because what did he do? If it's a pattern where they do something and then buy you something and then do something and then buy you something and do something and buy you something, baby, you being controlled, okay? So y'all join us tonight, Marriage Mondays with the Kings, as we continue on with this generational curse series. We are going to be speaking about generational pride on tonight on KRGN 98.5 FM The Rock. Now, I want y'all to listen to what I said. If y'all had to go back and replay it again, especially for those of y'all who are seeking to be married, husbands, wives, whatever the case may be. If y'all know some people in this situation, just share the video. Just share the video. You know what I'm saying? And this is one last thing I'm going to say. This is my third closing, like the pastor say. If you know somebody who is in a controlling situation, please don't be so quick to, keep harping on them how they need to leave. It needs to be done in a safe way so no harm is brought to that individual. The longer that person has been under the control of someone else, the more harm that could potentially come to them. So it needs to be done in a delicate way, okay? Like me and my husband and some other people got together. We helped a young lady and her daughter escape a very controlling, abusive situation, even though we were not in the position that we are in now with these titles or whatever, credentials, whatever you want to say. We were smart enough to know that we had to do this delicately so no harm would come to her and the child. So just share this, and then hopefully your girl then broke it down to where the individuals can get the help that they need, okay? So I pray to God that any manipulation or abusive situations or controlling situations that is on anybody that's listening, that it will be broken, that you will not be under that in the name of Jesus. If you do not want to be under that situation, I pray, you need to pray, you need to seek God, that God will safely remove you from that situation, okay? Because it's not cute, and the longer you in it, the worse it's gonna be. So y'all have a blessed week. Blessings to y'all. Share this because it's free. Your girl Shan will be back with you all next week, whatever it is that God placed in my heart. So God bless you and blessings to you.